Kathy Wenzel. Boy, you are on the ball tonight. All right. Well, I was just trying to get a little organized with things for tonight. I know what card we're doing, but I had put everything away. Like, I was being organized and everything. So I need to not do that right at the moment. So my table is cleaned off and we shall be ready to go. So welcome everyone. My name is Elizabeth Giles and I'm coming to you live from the Stampin' Unicorns craft room here in Marshfield, Wisconsin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for over 21 years. Yeah, that is right. So on Tuesdays, typically, I like to come on and say hi and we do a project and just have a little fun. Hello, Michelle. So tonight we are doing one of my favorite kinds of cards. This card, Fancy Fold or whatever you want to call it, has been around for a very long time. It's one of the first Fancy Fold cards I've ever made. And I just had a vision with the Silly Old Bear collection to utilize this tonight. So I hope, and we're going to do it from scratch. I have the instructions, and so I'm going to show you guys all of the ways, everything to do that. I'm just trying to get it pulled up here on my computer because I did forget to do that. Okay. I hope everyone had a lovely Mother's Day and that you did something fun, whether you're a mom, or obviously you probably have a mom, or a cat mom, or what. Am I live or pre-recorded? Schwan, I am live. It should say live at the top of your screen as well. Or maybe it doesn't. It says live on the top of my screen. But no, not pre-recorded. I am just here with you all. So, my Mother's Day consisted of going to eat. My husband and I, Brian, went out for just breakfast. None of the kids went, and that was fine. Only one, I think, was home. And so we went to Central Cafe. I wanted country fried steak, and they have really good country fried steak. And then, yeah, you get way too much food there, but it's really good. You know, just one of those, excuse me, cafes. And then we had, I don't even know, we went to, what did we do? I don't know. We were just all over the place. So I hope you guys had a good one. Gosh, I'm trying to think what else. I mean, we ended up going to my sister's house where her husband smoked ribs. And oh my goodness, they were so good. I had bought some ribs when they were buy one, get one at Pig and Save. And she had bought some ribs. So we just combined our ribs. And then she made chicken. And I brought over potatoes and that was a good time. So yeah, that was really good and totally ended the night. And then the bad thing though is that yesterday I had to have my blood drawn. So we will see how that blood work comes back after eating cookie, you know, the big cookie with the frosting on, and cinnamon rolls and Kit Kats. So, but anywho. All right, we've got some business to take care of tonight. Oh, I forgot to print off the thing. Okay, if you are interested in joining Stampin' Up! To get a discount on your goodies, Stampin' Up! Is running a promotion right now where you will get all 5 of the brand new ink colors in the awesome magnetic cases for free when you sign up. So you will be able to choose $125 worth of stuff for $99 plus tax, and you will get those 4 ink pads for free. It is a really great deal. And the ink colors are so amazing. So if you haven't ordered the ink colors yet, this is a really amazing deal. I tell people all the time, you can sign up and just get the deal. There is no commitment. If you want to continue and get 20% or more off of your orders, you can do that, but you don't have to. Okay. So if you want more details on that, reach out to me. That is the whole month of May. So we are already at May 12th. And from May, May 29th, I will be unavailable until June 8th, June 9th, actually. So, I mean, I will be available for a few days, but we're going to be in the Olympic National Park. We're going to be doing things around Seattle, and I will probably not be answering my phone. And then also when we are on the Alaskan cruise, I am not paying for internet. So if I don't have service, I don't have service. Just saying. I refuse to pay for things that I feel like should just be a thing. Like, really. What does it really cost them to provide internet? But anyhow, nonetheless, I digress. Okay, so let's flip this around. We need to, because I was going to go live last week, and then I was still setting things up for the garage sale. So I didn't go live. So we need to do 2 weeks worth of nice cards, kind cards. And then we need to choose some winners. Well, I have the winners already chosen, but I need to announce some winners for certain things. And then we will get into the card for tonight. All great things. And I hope you guys comment and follow along and enjoy. The sale went really well. Thanks for asking. Even though it went really well, I amazingly still have a lot of things to sell. So thanks for bringing that up, because I did create a Facebook group. If you go to my regular Stampin' Unicorns page, you should see in the discussion or that section that there is a Facebook group, and I am going to be posting most of my leftovers to my customers first, and then after that I will be posting it on other Facebook groups. So my goal is to get those posted. I'm going to post tonight. I have pictures taken of all of the bundles, so I'm going to post that tonight, and it is first come first serve, but they are only going to stay out there for a week. So you have a week to claim them. Or a little over a week. I should probably give like a deadline date. What is today? The 12th we said. So, yeah, I'm going to go with like the 21st. So I'm going to get most of everything uploaded as soon as possible. And then I will put a deadline date on that sale, because then I want to post it on the other site, and I don't want to be like dealing with it while I'm gone a whole time. So anyways, yes. So all the good things. And then after that, I mean, some of the items I'm already going to be donating to like, to schools and maybe some nursing homes. So you won't see everything that I had out for sale, because some of it I'm just not going to deal with, and it's just going to go bye-bye. But nonetheless. Okay, let's flip this down. I think I have my setting figured out, but then again, I just moved things, so it might be wonky. Okay. And yeah, I did move this top piece, which I knew that was going to give me an issue. So let's see. I want it to be more level, and it's tilting quite a bit. Because you guys know, I've been trying to get this figured out, but it keeps dropping on me. For the class packages, why is that message? I could see it on my phone. But in this chat, it's redacted. That's weird. Retracted. No. Let's see. Do you have any class pages left? Class projects left, Kathy? Let me know if that's what you meant. I don't know what word it keeps like trying to redact, but anyhow. Okay, I'm going to just take off my sweatshirt because I can. Yes, spell changes. Any class projects left? I do have some of those left. And I am still going to be giving those funds. I think so far I did donate what we already made, and that was like $200 and some dollars. $258. Oh, hold on. I have this sheet over there. $284.25 is what we already donated for Walk to End Alzheimer's. So that's super cool. Okay, so here we have two numbers. We have 20 and 49. And for those of you who haven't been around, these are kindness cards, kindness bucket list. And we choose typically one number, but we missed last week, so now we got to do two of them. So this one's called Push It. It's free. You can do it during the day. It says an hour. It's away, active, and spontaneous. Okay. So it says, take a stroll around a department store parking lot and gather up all the carts left astray from the return rack. It's a simple and active way to help out the store staff and make the parking lot safer and more organized for everyone. Plus, you'll get in some extra steps. I don't know about you guys, but I often think with Aldi, they have it made. It's just a quarter. It's a whopping quarter, and people will return their carts up by the store, right? You don't see them out there hustling and bustling the carts. When it was during COVID, Brian and I did shopping for people. And when we would go, we would grab a cart from the rack and take it in with us. And we still do that now to this day. Like, I don't know why. We're walking right past the cart rack in the parking lot as we're walking into the store. Why not just grab a cart out of there instead of taking one that's already in the store? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So we do that all the time. So I highly recommend, even if you're not going to do this part, just commit that if you're going to use a cart in the store, that you grab one before you go in. Okay? Like, I feel like that's a good thing. Like, who's with me? Comment, push it if you think that's a good idea. I think it's a wonderful idea. Okay, and then number 49 is choose a day to disconnect from all digital devices. Oh my gosh, this is right up my alley, right? Giving yourself the opportunity to truly be present and enjoy quality time with the people around you. It's a refreshing way to break free from screens, savor the moment, and strengthen your connections with friends and family. I am not sure why this costs money. Like, why does it cost anything? This is totally, like, the only reason why I will have my device is to take pictures. But we will definitely be doing that. Absolutely. Okay. So I hope that you guys will do this along with me. Do you think you can do a digital detox or a push it? Or do you think you can do both? I'm definitely doing both. Totally. Okay. Those are some fun challenges. I love it. All right. So next, let's get to some winners for our card that we made 2 weeks ago. Yes, this is flocked. Our winner was Pauline. Now, you probably are wondering, how did Pauline get entered in to win? She just commented frame because that is the card that we're making. So that was the winner there. Now, you also had a challenge to comment your favorite ink color, right? So these are the new ink colors. And you had two or 3 weeks to do this. Yes. actually a little bit longer because I wasn't live last week when I should have. So you had 4 weeks to do this. So just to comment your favorite ink color, and the person who I chose, or that the randomizer chose, their favorite color was Peaceful Pine. And that winner is Miss Shelly Kaiser. So she's winning this multi-pack of the new ink colors. So congratulations, y'all. I love doing giveaways. I do. Okay. Now on to the next thing here. We are going to be doing a waterfall card. I will hold this up. I think right there would be a good screenshot. If you need a screenshot of this, I wonder if I should turn on my front light. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay. That might be a good thing right there. Okay. So this is the directions. These are the sizes. So I will also go through these sizes as needed. And those are the instructions. I don't know where I got this from. It's definitely like old. And then there's another one where you can do 4, but I wanted the 3 pattern, which is what I had. And like, there's no marks on here. Okay. So what was I going to grab here? I turn this way. Oh, I know. So the suite that the collection we're using is part of the May online exclusives. So this is the online exclusives. If you need a copy of this, I can definitely send it to you. I'll post it on my Facebook page too. But we are using the amazing Silly Old Bear Suite collection. And I will tell you, when I looked on Sunday, I think, the 100 Acre Woods embossing folder was on back order. So it was saying that the whole collection couldn't be ordered, but you guys, you can still order the paper, you could still order the 2 bundles, and then you would just wait on this. The price for the collection includes the discount for the bundles, but there's no other discount. So you will not be costing yourself any more by getting the items separately, unless you order the stamp set and the dies separately. You want to order the bundle that has the 10% discount. Okay. But it has been a hot commodity. Definitely get your hands on that. Now the card we're making tonight does not use the designer series paper, but it does use the 2 stamp sets. And we don't use any dies either. So we're just using the stamp sets. So we have Sweet Old Friends that have all the images of the characters. And then this will also cut out the images in the designer series paper. And then we have Sweet Words and Labels. And then these are just amazing. So with my hand, or with my thumb, I've been leaning towards not a ton of die cutting, which is a-okay when it works that way. So let's prep our items first. Let's prep all of our pieces. So I happen to have a piece of scrap already for our card base. Just want to make sure it is the right size. And this is the new in color Golden Glow. So 5.5 by 8.5. Perfect. So this is our card base. I'm just going to give it a good fold in half right away. And let's get our bone folder. Okay. Set that one aside. Next we need, also out of Golden Glow, is this 1 inch by 4 1/4. So I just have a piece of scrap here. And this is, oh, it is 4 1/4. So I just need 1 inch. Okay. So for Golden Glow, you need your card base and then 1 inch by 4 1/4. Next, we're going to cut our early espresso. I have a piece of scrap here. I just need to make sure it is long enough. Yep, 8.5. So we're going to cut this waterfall strip piece. So it's 8.5 by 1 3/4. 1 3/4. And then we are going to take our score tool. So remember, dark is death and it will cut, and then the gray will score. So we are scoring at 1 3/4, 2 3/4, and 3 3/4. Okay, so right like that. Then you're going to make this into like a candy cane. Right? So it just gets folded into one another. Then also out of our early espresso, we need 3 squares that are 2 inches by 2 1/4. 2 inches by 2 1/4. Perfect. So 3 squares. All right. Last but not least, we need some vanilla. I have some scrap here, but I know that's not going to be enough. I'm just going to grab some regular vanilla. So we need 2 layers, so an outside and an inside piece, which is going to be 5 1/4 by 4 inches. One is going to get embossed while the other one will be our inside. All right, are you guys still with me here? So 2 pieces that are 5 1/4 by 4. And then we need our inside piece. So our outside mat is 2 inches by 2 1/4. And we are going to make this just a smidge smaller. So we're going to go to 1 7/8 by 2 1/8. And if you are bad with eighths, just do quarters. Just do 1 3/4 by 2. It'll be fine. Your border's just going to be a little thicker than mine. Okay. So 3 of those pieces as well. Now I think we have all of our pieces. All right. Next, we need to grab the ink pads because like I said, I was a good little girl and I put them all away. I will just leave this here. We need 4 colors. Timid Tiger, Golden Glow, Hydrangea Hue, and Early Espresso. There we go. All 4 of these colors. Woo woo. All right. Then I also need to grab some blocks. So that we can actually stamp. Okay. And the embossing folder. So like I said, the embossing folder right now is on back order, or it was as of Sunday. Come on. Here we go. If you haven't seen this embossing folder yet, it is legitly like a map of the 100-acre woods, right? So I wanted to have little Eeyore in my thing. If you haven't seen this, there's Pooh Bear, there's Rabbit, there's Kinga, there's Piglet. I don't know. More characters. This is a 3D embossing folder. So we just need our plate number 1 and plate number 4. And we're just running one of our vanillas through. And like I said, I wanted the little Eeyore in the corner. So that's what I lined it up with. I hope you guys are still there with me and I'm not just talking to myself, because that has happened before. Okay, Nanette, hello. Well, nonetheless, thanks for popping in. I know that I'm still live. All right, and this is what the embossing looks like when it's all completed. But we're going to make it super amazing. I'm telling you. You are going to be astounded at the difference when we add ink. All right, so ink is, I'm just going to grab my ink daubers. That's what we're using. So I have this awesome dauber case. I will be redoing my daubers when we do the color change. So I will be looking for these cases. If that's something that you're interested in, definitely reach out and let me know, and I will put your name on a list to ensure that it goes well. Golden Glow. Oh, wait. Nope, that's not right. Timid Tiger. And then I need Hydrangea Hue and Golden Glow from this. When I get the new ink colors, I grab a bag of sponge daubers and then I write the name on the outside for the colors, and then they just go back into this bag. Okay, let me grab a sheet of scrap paper. Princess Poofer's got her awesome paper pumpkin in the mail. And that's what this scrap paper is. Okay, so usually I would tell you to start with a dark color first. However, our dark color is going to be what highlights everything underneath. So for this instance, I actually want to start with my Hydrangea Hue just because it is the color that I really want to make sure that I get in certain spots. So one of those certain spots is going to be Mr. Eeyore down here. And I am going very lightly. I am not pushing down. If I was pushing down, it would be like super dark. I'm going very lightly. And just adding color. Oh, I want to put some blue by this stream. And really, it doesn't matter. Like, just put it wherever you want. I typically do like 5 little splotches or something like that, just to make sure that the colors spread out a little bit. But you can always add more color. You can't take it away, right? Okay. Next, I'm going to do Timid Tiger. And let's just zoom in. Whoa. Zoom in just a smidge here. Okay. So Timid Tiger is just like exactly what you want it to be. But when you mix it with this blue, it kind of gives you this weird greenish hue. So I'm going to try not to get that on my Hydrangea Hue. Okay. But I still want to get in there a little bit so that this color shows. And I mean, it will look really weird when you first like finish it, because I thought it looked really weird. Okay, that looks okay, right? It does look a little like, what is she thinking? But next we're doing Golden Glow. I just love these new ink pads. I cannot wait. I told myself I wasn't going to buy all new ink pads because if I already had the old ones, but let me tell you, opening them is so much easier that it might just be that investment that I make. All right. Now this Golden Glow, really, you can get in all of these little crevices. Again, we are not pushing down. We are just going over the top of things. And it kind of gives us that old worldly map look. Now I don't want to go over the other colors too much, but I do want to make sure that it's all filled in. Okay. Yes. Yes. All right. Now, take a look at this. I just want you to take a good look at it, because what we're doing next, it is going to transform this look. And I want to just get in here a little bit and make sure I have some blue. It looks blue on here, so that's why I keep saying blue, but hydrangea hue. All right. So next we're going in with early espresso. Now this is where it's really important. I do not want to swirl. I am just going to go kind of like back and forth over the top, because I want this just to pick up my rigid lines on the top. It is going to color in some of these other spots, but very lightly. Okay, here we go. So just very lightly over the top. Remember, you can always add more ink, but you cannot take it away. All right, I'm going to show you the difference here between just the top and the bottom. If you don't think that you want to go through all of those steps, I mean, you don't have to, but look at how cool that looks. I mean, yes, right? Like, look at the difference in just the trees. And you still see those tones underneath. Now, I am much better, like, working closer to me. So instead of me continuing up, I'm just going to turn this around and do the same thing. And the reason why you want to just go one way and not all the others is because you kind of get that, like, additional strings, or like, I don't know, that additional kind of brush stroke. Right, Michelle? Absolutely. And you can add as much as you want. I want to just get a little bit more on this tree. Oh yeah. Now you could use this as just your card. Add a figure from Winnie the Pooh and you're good to go. However, we're gonna make this awesome card. And we'll go from there. Okay. While we have all the colors out, we want to finish our stamping. On the inside, we have, I forgot what I put on the inside actually. Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay. So we got to get out our stamps. Now, if you haven't seen the new stamp cases, they're really easy to work with. So I just like to pull out my stamps, set them on top of here. We are using Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. On the outside, we are using Eeyore. And Tigger. And Rabbit. Oh, Tigger does not fit on there. Okay. That's okay. And Rabbit. All right. Then, no dies. Then with the words, we are using two words, two different ones. We're using the old friends are the best friends. And we are also using this saying on the inside that says, the best kind of days are the days spent together. All right. I think that's all the stamps we need. Okay. So on the inside, we are stamping an early espresso. And we are just stamping Piglet and Pooh. And then also our saying. Beautiful. And on our little pieces, we are stamping in all early espresso. Okay, so we're going to stamp. Oh, no, we can't stamp rabbit first. We have to stamp the sentiment first. So let's see if I can do this without. Ooh, there's such a shiny light. I'm going to turn it upside down and look at it from the top down. Perfect. Okay, now rabbit. So rabbit's butt will kind of go off the bottom of the page. There we go. Then we have Tigger and Eeyore. And that's the other nice thing about this is like all your stamping is in one color and then your accent colors are just done with dabbing. Or if you want, I'll show you what the inside looks like with a brush too. Okay, so on this one, we're just going to use a blending brush to get around the whole outside. It just makes it a little easier than trying to get that dauber, because here you can just come in. And if you have a blending brush for your other colors, that would totally work as well. I just already have the daubers, so we're using that. But I just wanted to give it like that storybook feel, you know, where it has the edging on the paper like it's an old sheet. Okay, now I did not want to hand color in all of these characters, so instead we're just using daubers and coloring the edges of these. Okay, so I'm just going to come in really light, get up in there just a little bit. Oh, that was a lot darker than what I wanted it to be. It'll be fine. It's fine. But I'm just doing the colors of the characters, right? So rabbit is yellow. Eeyore is blue. There we go. There we go. And Tigger is timid tiger. Oh, see, my thumb just doesn't want to grab that edge. I'm so excited. When Stampin' Up! Was doing things with close to my heart and everything, gosh, this one's really dark too. It'll be fine. The first thing I said is I hope we get the magnetic cases. I do not have ink from any other company, but I had heard of the magnetic cases, and that is exactly what happened. They have the patent for that or whatever they needed to do, and that's what we're doing. Okay, now it's time to just clear that all away and assemble. Oh my goodness, how exciting. There we go. All right, it's going to come together so beautifully. So first we're going to go ahead and use our glue. So the glue pieces are going to be, or if you prefer tape runner, but the glue pieces are going to be the inside. And then the outside. For this one, you definitely want to make sure you get all the way around that edge. And I don't ever like to rub my hand across that, so I'm just going to rub it on the back side. Okay. And then we are going to add These two are brown. Okay. And Eeyore. And also, yeah, Nanette mentioned that I don't normally go live at 6 p.m. However, that is when my husband has city council. So I decided that I will be changing my lives more or less to the 6 p.m. Honestly, it's just going to have to be what it is, because if it's really nice outside and I got stuff to do or we're outside, I might do my lives a little later again, or vice versa. So, okay, now we're going to grab the tape runner. And really, I only use the tape runner for one section. If you wanted to, you could use the sticky tape for this too. It's just that I find the tape runner is a little easier. So we have our candy cane, all right? So on the part that has multiple score lines, so you're going to bend it almost in half. It's not, quite in half. But you are going to run tape runner across all 3 of those sections. And then I just put a little piece of tape right next to each of the score lines. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. And then when you line it up, you are going to take your last piece first. In my case, it's Tigger. And you just butt it up almost to the score line, right? Because you need it to bend. So almost to the score line. And then put it down. And then next is Eeyore. So you are lining it up from top to bottom and then centering it right over that score line. And last is Rabbit. Wise Rabbit. Oh, Owl. Here's Owl. Yeah, so there's Rabbit. I don't know if these are characters or if they're just squirrels, ducks, mice, whatever. Okay. Anyhow, I digress. All right. So we have our piece. So you have all 3. It will hang off, right? So you have a little bit of extra room here, and then the tops will hang off as well. All right. So now we are going to add some tape. Some really sticky tape. So I'm using Terran tape. And it is going on the edge. So underneath the Tigger flap all the way to the edge. Okay. And you can do 2 lines of this. All right. And now we need our card base, but we're just going to set that aside for a moment. Okay. Card base. We have this piece. Now this piece is going to go on to here, and this is going to get attached to that. We need it to be about an inch. Yep, about an inch from the edge of the card here. Now, if you wanted to, you could hold this like before you put this background piece in, if you had brads or something like that. But we don't carry brads or anything like that. So I am just going to use sticky tape and put sticky tape down. Now you do not, I repeat, you do not want to put this down too far because your sliding mechanism needs to go through there. Okay. So this piece is going to be going through. So if you need to line it up for your sake, that's what you need to do. So about an inch up on both sides. Okay. Again, if you have brads you wanted to use, you could absolutely do that and secure this piece that way. But I am just doing it this way. Do. And I gotta see if this tool will work better. grasping things is one thing that actually really hurts. It doesn't matter if it's lightweight or not, but I was cleaning up in the garage and grabbing a whole bunch of stuff, so I'm sure that's where it's starting to hurt again. Do. Here we go, last one on this piece at least. Okay, now again, an inch from this left or this right side. Boom. And you want to make sure that it's not like super tight to your card, that it has just a little bit of play in it. Not too much, but enough. All right. Now this is where it gets a little fun. So if you have it facing you like this, and then you open it up, this piece is going to get slid underneath. Okay. And then this is the piece that is going to be adhered to this strip. And that's where we have our sticky tape. Now, one other place we can add sticky tape would be right here, because we know that that's the edge. If you try and line that up on this piece, I'm going to tell you, you're going to fail miserably, and you want to just do it over here. So now we are going to peel off all of these. Oh, come on. Get underneath there. There we go. All right. Make sure it's lined up good. And then bring this back over. You want to make sure that it's straight too. Okay. Now, like, we have most of it done. We just got to add like a pull tag, and we got to add some embellishments. So for our pull tag, we're using some hydrangea hue ribbon. And then the embellishments are 2 different packs. It is, oh, come on. Because we have 2 different sets of ink colors. So we have the 2026 through 2028 ink color dots, and then the 2025 through 2027 ink color flat pearls. Oh, there you go. All right, so let's do our pull tag first. We're just going to pull this out and then grab a piece of this. I love this ribbon. It is so soft, so nice. So I would say about, I don't know, 2.5 inches of ribbon, 3 inches of ribbon. Let's see, 3 inches of ribbon. And once you have your piece, we're just going to fold it in half, add a little bit of tape where you want your ribbon to go. That's going to help hold it in place. You can do it, ribbon. There we go. And then take a stapler. Again, if you have brads, you could use that here. But I'm just using a stapler, giving it a good staple so that it stays. Okay. And lastly, we are adding some embellishments. So just one little embellishment on each section. And it works best when you have it closed so you can see where your embellishments are. Here. Here. And then Timid Tiger. Right there. Okay. Woofdas. Now, of course, you can stamp your card. You could even do some coloring or stamp your envelope. All of that good jazz. But take a look at our creation. Yepers. Okay. Now, to be entered in to win this amazing card, comment your favorite Winnie the Pooh character. Okay? So that is what we're going to do. So your favorite Winnie the Pooh character. I am not sure if mine is Winnie the Pooh or Piglet or, I don't know, Kanga. Roo is pretty fun. Owl, Eeyore, you know, all of them. I see Kanga's on here, but Roo's not on here. But Winnie the Pooh, of course. Well, hello, Mary Kay. Apparently, you guys need to know how to spell Eeyore. Oh, goodness. So yeah, just some fun stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Awesome card. I really love the technique of coloring the background. And then you will see, because in 2 weeks, I did record some videos, so I might publish a video even next week. We'll see. But one of those videos talks about coloring a background, and that's where you want to color the dark color first. So, hey, Michelle. Yes, that is the correct spelling of Eeyore. Yeah, Eeyore he's so frumpy dumpy, but he is so lovable as well. So, okay. Well, again, if you guys are interested in getting a wonderful deal, sign up to become a demonstrator and you get these awesome brand new ink pads for free. Oh my goodness, they are just amazing. I love them. And you don't have to do anything else. You do have to put your social security number in online and that kind of stuff. But otherwise, you're all good to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Oh yeah, and don't forget our 2 different kind challenges. So one is your digital detox day and the other one is push it. So take a cart from outside and bring it in when you do your shopping instead of you know, grabbing one that's already in the store, or get some out of the way. Walmart, if you ever go to Walmart, oh my gosh, they always have carts laying around the parking lot. So, okay. Well, anywho, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see ya for sure in 2 weeks. Have a great day. Bye-bye.